Hey guys, we're back. This time we're taking a look at a Disney Villainous expansion filled with Fright. This one has Oogie Boogie in it from the Nightmare Before Christmas. This one's a little bit different than all the other expansions that have come out for this game, and I actually put off buying it for a while because of it. Where all the other ones are a standalone game, this only contains a single character, and it requires you to at least own one of the other sets to even play. But that said, we're going to get in here and take a look. So this is a slightly smaller box than all the other expansions, which is kind of funny, being that it only does have the one character in it. First thing we have off here is the little flyer for Oogie Boogie. It mentions that you must have other versions of the game to play. Any of the multi-character boxes, which they used to all have 3, the most recent one only had 2. The original starter set had 6, but now only has 4. So I don't know what they're doing with the game right now, but it's just kind of weird. It almost feels like they cut this guy out of the other box. It should have been 3, like all the previous expansions, and they ended up selling a 2 and a 1. So take that how you want, but I did put off buying this till I ended up finding it on sale because of that reason myself. So the next thing we have is our little character book here, and I think I stuck the card inside. Yep. So we have our reference symbols, and I think on the back, yes, it's our villain objective. And then, I don't think there's any new symbols on this one. I should have looked. Yeah, there's no new symbols on here. Same basic old ones. Once in a while you get a character with something new on there. The little villain guide here, they explain how to play the character, their basic setup, how to win, the mechanics. Oogie's is the dice, which he of course cheats with. That's your dice hijinks there. And then we have our player board, which for Oogie Boogie looks like it's Oogie's turn to boogie now. And then we have inside here Halloween Town, Trio's Treehouse, the Graveyard, and Oogie's Lair. And in here, I think I'm missing, I think there were some of these negative and positive tokens in here, but I mixed them all in without thinking about it. So I think there was a couple of those in here because he does have some cards that give those. There are some more power tokens to add to your game because you now have a new character. We got Oogie's Mover, which is like this semi-transparent. It's hard to see, but it's, yeah, translucent, I guess. Kind of cool, though. We have Oogie's dice in here. They're actually really nice size. They're a little light. They feel kind of light to me, but easy to read. The cool little skulls on them. I don't know how balanced they are, but those are going to be used for a lot of your mechanics. And I do have some extra cards in here now. Mine are sleeved, of course, because we've been playing with it. But we have the actual decks here. You have your Fate deck and your main cards. There was a misprint on a couple of Oogie's cards, and because of that, I sent in a thing. One of them was a major misprint. I can't remember what it was now, but it was basically, I think it was one of the Fate cards, and it made you remove something. I don't remember. It's been a while now. But anyway, there was one and it had a major typo on there that allowed you to basically remove a character from the game or something. I don't remember the exact wording, but it basically made it so it was extremely difficult. And I think there were 2 or 3 in this deck. I wish I could remember. It's been too long now. But anyway, if you get a version of that, you'll have to double check online. You can find threads on BGG all about it. But I think they have since fixed it. But if you get an older version of the game, it may have those cards in there. So double check that. If you write to Ravensburger, they will send you a new deck of cards. They sent me an entire new deck to replace. I think I can see the ones on the end here that were wrong. If I can get them out. So let's see if I can. Are there two of those? Yeah, there's two of those. Let's see if I can find the real one. That might be the card right there. That was bad. Yep, that's exactly the one. So these were the misprinted ones. Distraction. Move a hero to an adjacent location. You may discard a hero or item from that hero's location. Discarding a hero, you could discard Jack, which would totally screw over the whole mechanic that you got going here. They replaced that to the way it should be. Move a hero to an adjacent location. You may discard an ally or item from that hero's new location. And these are your fate cards, so it was the players doing that to you. So being able to remove an ally instead of a hero, because they could really screw you over with the hero thing. So yeah, those got replaced. So if you have this one that mentions hero or item, let them know and they will send you a corrected set of cards. So hopefully it's not an issue anymore if you're buying it. It should be fixed by now, but just something to keep an eye out for. And I love the actual box itself has like these bugs and worms crawling all over it because, you know, they fit in with Oogie's theme. I think that's cool because all the other previous ones have had a plastic insert, and this is a cardboard one too, so it's also recyclable, which is awesome to see more companies doing that. Less plastic is good, especially on things that you're probably going to throw out because you're going to stick all of the stuff back in your base game box. So that's everything that comes in the box. We can go through the cards real quick. These are the fake cards. And I'm not going to stop on each one, but I can flip through. You can pause if you want to see. There are some cool things in here. And the idea with Oogie is that you're trying to capture Jack. And to do it, you're going to have Santa Claus out there. And you're going to be using different things basically to lure out Jack. And there's Santa Claus. That's what it is. And you're using the imposter Santa Claus. When you get 4 of them, you end up finding Jack. You bring him out. And then you're going to remove Santa Claus. And then you're going to work on capturing Jack. And there's Jack. And if he comes out before you've got the 4 imposters, he becomes an effect where he discards one of the imposters. Otherwise, he's a hero. And then in Oogie's deck, we've got various guys, and these are going to be hard to see because of the glare. Sorry about that. But they basically gain bonuses off of each other. We have perform a vanquish action, roll the dice. A lot of your stuff involves you rolling the dice. There's one of your imposter Santa Claus. Bats are cool because they keep coming back. You can use bats as a vanquish action. Put the bats in the discard pile. Search your discard pile for an ally. Put that ally back in your hand. There's our ways to finagle with the dice. You can play loaded dice after you roll the dice, and you re-roll 1 die. Cheating is always fun. A lot of your cards involve rolling the dice in some way. On a result of 7 or less, draw a card, and so on. More Santa Claus imposters. More loaded dice. More bats. The spiders are kind of fun too. You gain a power and draw a card whenever they defeat someone. They do only have a power of 1 though. The bats are the better because they allow you to keep picking things back up. The tub allows you to basically carry your allies around to other locations. More cheating dice. Lock, stock, and barrel all combo together to make, or lock, shock, and barrel, I think it is. But they all combo together to make a nice, strong foes. There's lock. That's one of my favorite scenes from the movie. What did Santa bring you? I think these are all just duplicates of things we've already seen. More bats and another imposter. So Oogie's a pretty fun character. Thanks to that card being errated and fixed, he stands a chance now with the original printing of that card. He pretty much stood no chance. If you faded him, you got that. You could just completely screw over his whole mechanic. So thankfully they fixed that. The die, this is the first character to ever use dice rolls. It adds some randomness in there. The fact that you can keep re-rolling them with the loaded dice cards really comes into play. Fitting for the character, and it makes him entertaining and interesting to play. He's definitely a unique, one-of-a-kind character, and definitely an interesting addition to the game. The real question comes down to whether or not you think it's worth it for the single character pack, and I really hate this concept, and I hope they do not continue with it. They were perfectly fine with 3 characters in a pack. They've been doing it since the beginning of the game. Suddenly to switch to 2 characters in a pack and the new one character in this one, it just feels like a cash grab that they split it between 2 to me. The character is good, but he could have just been the 3rd character in the other box instead of splitting it into 2. So I'm not completely sold on that. I don't know why they did that. Maybe it was an experiment thing, and hopefully it's something they don't continue in the future. If you are a Villainous fan, you're probably going to pick it up to add to your collection. If you are a Nightmare Before Christmas fan, you're definitely going to, which my wife is, which is probably the only reason I ended up picking it up to begin with. I was going to skip this one, and I kind of protested and didn't buy it for a long time. You can see how long it's been since this came out. I think it's been almost a year now before I'm doing this video because, yeah, I just didn't want to pick it up until it came down in price. Didn't want to support the whole 1 character in a box idea. That said, though, it is a fun character. He's a neat addition to the game. He's got some cool new mechanics, and thanks to the errata and fix on his cards, he is fun and playable. Again, if you're buying it nowadays, you probably already have the updated cards, but definitely check your fake cards there to make sure that you have those corrected ones. If not, contact them, and like I said, they do take care of it pretty good. Ravensburg is at least good for customer service. Anyway, that is going to wrap it up for our look at the Villainous Filled with Fright expansion. Hope it helped you to decide if it's something worth looking into for yourself. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.